1, 2, 3.
Hi guys, welcome back to Mzansi Reality YouTube channel. We are back again live on another live stream. I'm not by myself, I'm also with Mr. Anonymous. Mr. Anonymous, how are you doing?
Hello and welcome everybody. Welcome to Mzansi Reality. We are here with this case. It's a long case. We are going along with it, obviously.
It's a difficult case and it's long and it has a lot of detail in between and it has us hooked, right?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you for joining us, and please like the video and share the live stream if you can, as well as communicate on the chat down below and let us know what you think. Mr. Anonymous, we still have a number for people to call in. Are we doing that tonight, or do we honestly have too much to talk about?
I think we can allow people to come in and call. We still have the number as you can call that number, written call.
It's scrolling?
It's scrolling down there, and
It's
you can
scrolling
WhatsApp.
down below. You can WhatsApp call us, or you can call us with the other number. There's two different numbers. Whichever one you prefer to use, we are available.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Anonymous, hey, this court case. Musia is feeling under pressure. Musia is contradicting himself. Musia, it's a mess, guys. Here's the one thing I can say for sure is that I am very nervous. I'm very nervous looking at Musia being called an expert and not knowing how to answer questions in court, how to corroborate his own file that he made. It's kind of scary, guys. It's very, very scary. But let me get into it. I've got a couple of articles here that are going to help us move along. And the first one I'd like to kind of quote from is Sowetan, where they were saying, grilling leaves witness in Senzo Meyiwa trial drained. Now, he was drained, you guys. He even asked for a break at some point. It was tough.
Yes, that is true.
It was tough. Now, he even asked, do you think we will finish tomorrow? I'm tired. I can't even think. That was yesterday, guys, after a very long court session. But of course, it began explosively with Advocate Defo. Some of the allegations that he made, guys, we're going to get into them next, but let's deal with Musia and just get him out of the way. Now, on Wednesday, Musia faced a 4-hour grilling from two defense advocates who poked holes in his testimonies describing what was found at the house in Vosloorus on the East Rand where Meyiwa was killed. Musia, who first took to the stand on April the 25th, spent the first hour of the morning facing Advocate Malisela Tifu, who questioned him about his knowledge of another docket which suggests that Meyiwa's girlfriend, aka Kelly Khumalo, is the one who pulled the trigger.
Those are the allegations.
According to Tifo, the docket was opened in January 2019 and suggested that all those who were in the house when Meyiwa was killed should answer for his death. Tifo told the court that a witness will testify that Khumalo shot Meyiwa by mistake. I put it to you, this is what he said, and I quote, I put it to you that a witness will come and testify that Senzo Robert Meyiwa was shot by Nonhlanhla Kelly Khumalo by mistake. The same eyewitness will testify that the firearm was used by Kelly Khumalo, came with Longe Twala, and that the firearm is a revolver. That's what he said. He said a meeting was held at a crime scene before Musia could arrive, where a plan was hatched to make it seem like Meyiwa had been killed during a robbery. Musia replied no comment to Tifo's allegations.
Yes.
Just when Musia thought it was over, as Tifo concluded his cross-examination, Advocate Zandile Mshololo, for accused number 5, stepped in with new energy that changed the atmosphere in the courtroom.
Yes.
Okay, I might have been prevented by deciding to call the crime scene management so that they can help Musia replied. This response was to be Musia's only defense to all the questions about the evidence he allegedly ignored on the scene. Musia told the court that as a forensic investigator, they had to call the provincial task team if they felt the case was more challenging.
Yes.
It is because of the lack of skill and knowledge, Mshololo replied. Mshololo then questioned why Musia was able to spot the bullet hole in the kitchen door but fail to follow its path where it ultimately landed in the kitchen unit, the kitchen counter. So again, what caused you to not have seen that exhibit the first time when you arrived? Is there a possibility that the exhibit was planted there? This is what Mshololo asked. Musia simply replied, I cannot comment on that, my lord.
Yeah, you know, Emily, I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah.
But at some point,
disclaimer, guys, we're not lawyers, ne?
But at some point, you need to look at things differently and start analyzing things and start questioning as to one. Let me first say the combination of Mshololo and Defo is really a strong combination. Look, when people were saying Defo doesn't look like a strong advocate, it took me, I think, 5 minutes to actually comprehend Defo's way of questioning and what he was doing. Basically, according to me, what Defo was doing was just poking the holes with an experience that he has. So it's basically you open everything. You leave everything open for Mshololo to come in. And by the way, Mshololo, who's got apparently a 92% ratio or percent of win, that means that person has like 8% chances of failing out of all the defense cases that she has actually faced. She's actually a good lawyer. She comes in as a
94% is really
92.
good. 92% is really
Anything
good.
above, let's say, 60 is really good.
You have a good lawyer there.
So you are talking about someone who really has this thing, who's waiting for that chance, and you get a lawyer who's very, I would say, rough in a sense that he would come in and lay the foundation that is strong for you by poking the holes that are open because of the experience that he has from being a police previously for 19 years. So he knows everything that is required for you to collect information, even on the departments that maybe he was not working for. He has information because he was working there. So he's got an inside information. All the questions that he was asking, this is Advocate Defo, they were just opening the... Some of them, when you listen to them, they didn't make sense. You would ask yourself, why is he asking this to a forensic person? As a lawyer, in fact, I mean, there's so many lawyers. If you look on the comments there, on the live chat, when people coming with credentials of being lawyers and saying that this guy is losing this case, why is he asking these questions? But the main aim of asking these questions was to make sure that you create the web for this person to actually be surrounded by a spider web, and then anything that you touch, you come back with something in your hand. So right now, Musia, for me, is actually surrounded by any mistake that he has made. Anything is just open for Mshololo to come and pick. Basically, Mshololo can pick anything. Yes. And these people, remember, they kind of working together. They are working together. So that makes their job very easy. The arrangement, you start with evidence collection. I will come in and poke in according to how the evidence is supposed to be collected. So Msia was saying everything. And listen, some of the statements that were made there, they might look like, this person, why did he give, I actually questioned myself also. Why did he give it's such information such as
explosive.
Kelly Khumalo might be the one who pulled the trigger.
I'm like,
this is allegedly
so early.
and
You're
I'm
going
like,
there.
they still the NPA is still gonna bring a lot of people to testify.
Yes.
And you are giving your cards away.
Your cards away.
Now look at the trick. There is a trick there. Just take it. Remind me to talk about this. I'll tell you why this was done.
Okay, so when
It's
the
after,
case is
it's
done.
after it's no, not that when the case is done. Let us go up until the Zandi issue. I cannot disclose it now because I want you to understand why this was actually, for me, why did they actually put this in public? Why is it in people's face? Because something that you could have hidden.
So should I continue discussing Musia and the contradiction?
Continue discuss Musia, but on your discussion, let me read a couple of comments here.
Okay.
It's Pumza. Ni peace Lindile. Okay, we were not. We just had a bit of a delay, but we are here now. We will read all of you guys. Continue with the case because I don't want to disturb you.
Remember, you can still call in.
You can still call
if you
in
have
also.
an opinion, if you want to be anonymous, the number is scrolling below. Okay?
Yes.
So I'm going to continue with this article. As Moshololo's questioning intensified, Musia would sit for a few minutes and then stand to ease the pressure on his back.
Yeah.
Hey, Begunyo.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to push harder.
Okay, on Wednesday, told the Pretoria High Court that he had to halt investigations and wait for the crime scene management task team to help him. Sergeant Thabo Musia said it was a conscious decision. It was a bit challenging. I had to stop to wait for the task team to come and assist me, he said. Musia also told the court that after receiving a call from Brigadier Ndlovu and after making means to look for the address for the scene of the crime, he met Ndlovu at the scene and acknowledged that there were other officers there, some were inside the house. So this was what was happening on Wednesday. So
now this is the problem, Emily, because when Sia was asked about the area, the scene, was he in charge of that scene or not? He kept on saying he was in charge.
Yes.
He was in charge but seemingly the scene might have been touched by several people. And this is what the defense lawyers are actually trying to push towards to say that, one, you are collecting whatever you feel like collecting, and you claim that you were in charge of this whole scene as forensic issue.
Yes.
But yet, when you talk, you always refer to Brigadier Ndlovu. And then Brigadier Ndlovu, who is actually not here or even not on the list of people that were supposed to testify. So for you to actually keep on referring to that person, isn't it that you were actually not in charge? Brigadier Ndlovu was in charge.
But yet he keeps saying that Brigadier was not involved with forensic. Forensic was his responsibility, which is very strange.
Now, the issue also that I saw when they were trying to ask about Brigadier Ndlovu, without saying many words, basically, if Brigadier Ndlovu was in the location where the incident happened, the question that they asked was, why didn't Brigadier Ndlovu tell Musia where they were to make matters easy for Musia? Why does Musia have to go to all this direction before he gets into where they are? Which then
where
gives, the time, why the importance of time, why therefore was insistence on the importance of time of responding was that the time that Musia took it might have an impact on the evidence in a sense that you allowed these people to have time to rearrange the scene. So they are basically crushing this whole evidence in a sense, in a nutshell.
And him as well as a witness.
Yes, they're discrediting him, discrediting the evidence. And if you can prove that this evidence was tampered with, this evidence is actually, you'll see Mshololo, the way Mshololo is asking, she's already insinuating in one or more ways of saying that because the evidence was not on the scene, that's why you couldn't file it on time.
Because it was very interesting how the bullet, the hole on the bullet, the door, it was discovered the following day. Not at first when he arrived.
So discovered at first what he took on the seat was a hat and
the walking stick.
And the walking, did you say a walking stick?
Yes, he
but
mentioned
there were
the
no
walking
swipes
stick.
taken on the walking stick.
No.
This is another
Even
problem.
the door itself, it was the main point of entry according to him. However, he didn't think, let me take swabs and DNA on the door.
This case is still far from over, guys. I can tell you that this case is still far from over.
Musia told the court that after receiving a call, okay, did I read this? Okay, receiving a call from Brigadier Ndlovu after making means to look after the address of the scene of the crime, he met Ndlovu at the scene and acknowledged that there were other officers there, some inside the house. Advocate Zandile Mshololo questioned if the police presence and the movements of the house occupants overnight in the house might have compromised the crime scene. That can be possible. That's what Musia acknowledged. Okay, after going through some photo exhibits, Mshololo asked...
It didn't acknowledge right away.
It took some time.
It took some time for him
time
to acknowledge that the scene might have been contaminated by the people that were already at the scene.
And how do you feel about those 8 photos? At some extent, it felt like maybe he wasn't the one who took them.
But he insisted in saying that he is
he
the one who
was.
took them. So this is where the issue of trying to discredit most of the things that are said by Musia is going to come into hand. Because if they can really prove that Musia has not been saying most of the things in a correct way, I would put it like that, then obviously the rest can be discredited.
After going through some photo exhibits, Mshololo asked why Musia managed to take only 8 pictures on his first visit to the crime scene. Musia said he might have been prevented by the decision he took to call the crime scene management team to help him. So he's an expert, and yet he's waiting for crime scene management to come and help him.
You see, so
what I don't understand is, did he stop? Did he move away from the crime scene? I never got answers to that.
I think one thing that also is making Musia actually be in trouble through questions that are coming through. The issue of saying that you are an expert of something, and look at and how many years does he have? I think it's 15 or 10, less than actually the one of Defo. Therefore at 19. But look at Defo there trying to actually
whirl him in.
Is actually mocking him in a sense by saying that I was working there for 19 years, but I was never called an expert. This is to say that basically maybe you shouldn't have called yourself expert. But what I've heard from people who are working as police, they say that on forensic, even if you come with 1 year, you have 1 year in working there, they call themselves experts. That department sort of calls themselves experts. That is obviously coming from someone who works with them. In a sense, they are called experts.
Really?
So that's why they would call themselves experts.
Even after 1 year?
It's not. Remember, they are not. It's not like you haven't been a police. You have been a police, but you get just promoted to a certain division, and then.
But you can arrive to a new type of responsibility, and then within the first year, an expert. I mean, forensic is a lot.
If you look at it in a form of
it's more of a science.
Any professionalism that we have. You obviously come in as junior and go further.
So
be a senior. So
being
you can.
a forensic, being part of the forensic is like a promotion from being a cop.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. And apparently it pays a bit more than being a normal police.
Guys, let us know. Ngathi ngithule kakhulu. Ngicela nikhulumeni, ngicela nisho something. Let us know, please, according to your expertise, okay? Now I'm going to continue with what was said in court. They have more knowledge than me. That's what Musia said in court. I was trained, but we were instructed to use the task team if the case seemed to be more challenging. Decision.
But that didn't stop Musia from taking other evidence that was on the scene. If you feel that the case is really weighing heavy on your shoulders, as you would then submit into court to say that the case was heavy on my shoulder, so I needed the support of a task team.
Yeah.
But then why did you proceed and take everything that you took at the time? You would say, I couldn't leave it on the floor. This is now the problem now. To say that you are saying that the case was weighing heavy on you, that's why you couldn't proceed into doing everything correctly.
Yeah.
But yet you took certain things. Isn't that disturbing the scene on its own?
I don't know. Okay.
Isn't, because, I mean, you can argue further to say that if they say that whatever that Brigadier Ndlovu was doing there, in a sense of pointing where they were supposed to take fit, it is also interfering with the scene. So you picking certain things also, it's also interfering with the scene. If those people who are coming, they cannot testify that they find the scene in good condition if you have taken certain things.
My decision of contacting the crime scene management team is the reason I did not further any investigation. I did not further investigate, to wait for them so that we can process the crime scene together so that they can help me, he said. Musia revealed that they noticed the blood stains only on the second visit of the crime scene.
Now, this leaves you in anticipation. This is where Advocate Defo was for, creating a lot of anticipation. Because now, if there was blood stain on the second day, the question is, there are still many people who are still going to come. Remember, apparently, and according to what we've heard, they cleaned the scene. So now, what blood stain was there? Whose blood stain was there at the time? Because if they did indeed clean the scene, and this is what you might expect to come.
I did not notice this blood stain until the morning, he said. He acknowledged that he does not know if Ndlovu left the scene after he handed back the crime scene to him. Musia told the court that he had warned the occupants of the house to not move around the crime scene. However, he said he has no proof of whether they adhered to his warning. Mshololo also put it to the court that Musia could have found DNA on the kitchen door. Mshololo also put it on the kitchen door handle, which was marked as the point of entry. So you could have found the real results from the main handle of the kitchen door, said Mshololo. Musia said the kitchen door was the most used door in the house, so he decided to collect any evidence from it. On Wednesday, he told the court that no one was in the house during investigations. Contradictions again. This is despite him saying in his testimony that the occupants of the house were all confined to the bedroom during the investigation. They even got an interpreter today. Hey,
so you see there are a lot of things that you can read out of that. Even bringing that interpreter after for so long testifying in English, and then all of a sudden you cannot answer certain questions. Well, we know English is not our mother's tongue. It doesn't love us. But if you can speak with me for like 24 hours and then all of a sudden you want
an interpreter.
An interpreter.
Hi, bekshubile. There's nothing wrong. In fact, if you feel the heat and you are in a court of law, my grandmother always said, insist that you get an interpreter. Okay, English in court, the nerves, everything, get an interpreter immediately.
This is one way of, if you read it, if you look at it in this case, it was not an issue for me that maybe the English was the problem in a sense, because even Mshololo, the way he says it, that you need an interpreter and stuff,
Yes.
I feel like Mshololo was also just, it's exerting pressure that is already there.
Yeah.
Even accepting, if you remember early stages when Defo also suggested this, Msia really rebuffed all this and said, no, I don't need, and I can fully understand, because even my affidavit was written in English.
Yeah.
So now to actually eventually get a lawyer's way of things being done there, now you are bringing an interpreter. That is a sign of like exerting more pressure so that eventually you start breaking, because now you are getting things that you are not looking for. You're getting frustrated.
Okay, now we move on to the explosive bomb that was handed to us by Advocate Defo when he alleged that Kelly Khumalo, there's an eyewitness who was there during the incident, and this eyewitness will testify that Kelly Khumalo is the one who shot Senzo Meyiwa by mistake.
Well, I don't know if Emily, you know that you actually have headsets on your ear.
Oh my God. Sorry guys, busy.
That's not a problem. The court can proceed. On that note, can you please, before you go further, can you please read the comments? Is it possible?
Okay, let me try. But then I know that it's going to make my notes.
Okay. Well, let me try to see if I cannot get hold of these comments, because I also need to go through certain
Oh,
things.
it's a lot. Hey guys, thank you so much for showing up. Oh my God.
Please
Thank you
press
so much.
that like button.
Okay, I'm gonna start with Pumzazitotini Pislindi. Okay, we were already there. Oh, Tutukile Ntuli says, where are you, Mzansi? Lebo. We are here now. Sorry. Xoleka kamukhanqana bantu bethu kade silindile siyabonga xoleka siyabonga. Londeka says hi Londeka. Halala Zondi is saying it's alleging that witness is Zandi Khumalo, and apparently the accused Sangoma singer is busy trying to get hold of her ex-sister who isn't picking up her calls. She's allegedly trying to get to the witness. Guys,
this is
allegedly.
Okay. Look, please press that like button, guys. It's 150, 180. Please press that like button and make sure that you keep us moving. On that issue, I think we will address some of the things that are being said, and I want you to have that open mind as we come to that. Where are you? There's Koli Swahie Molweni, and who was the last one?
I'll tell you just now. It's Halala Zondi.
Halala Zondi. I don't see Halala Zondi here. Oh, yeah. I see. That was the last one. And then we have Tando Queen, shot by mistake, Njani. What about the 3 intruders mentioned at first? Well, it will surprise you. She did say that when some of the things come out, in fact, it was Kelly herself who said that when the truth or whatever that might come out at some point, it will surprise you. So I guess it is surprising us now. If it's the truth, we still have one more layer to go before we get the truth, but we will eventually, hopefully, get there.
Okay, this opened up a can of theatrics. We're gonna first start off with Magdalene Monsami, advocate. Kelly Khumalo's lawyer. Yo! Yeah, guys. Hey, she had a lot to say. Yo, it was too much. Okay, I'm gonna try. Kelly Khumalo's lawyer has accused the defense lawyer representing 4 of the 5 men standing trial for the demise of Senzo Meyiwa of character assassination and defaming her client. Okay, there's 2 topics that she brought up. Prejudiced publicly. Kelly Khumalo's lawyer Magdalene Mzansi said her client had been prejudiced publicly by Defoe's claims in court and accused him of using the musician as a scapegoat for the defense. This is what she said. My client is definitely being prejudiced. My client is definitely being prejudiced publicly. This has been going on for almost 8 years. We cannot wait to hear what the eyewitness evidence who the eyewitness evidence is. We are not going to stand by and be shaken by it. Okay. She said they were exploring their options regarding Defoe's claims about the eyewitness, including allegations that the firearm used to shoot Meyiwa, allegedly by Khumalo, came from Longe Twala, the son of music icon Chico Twala. Mzansi said they kept quiet for far too long regarding the conspiracy theories about Khumalo allegedly being involved in the covering up of Meyiwa's murder, which was described as a botched robbery. We have remained quiet for too long, allowing the law to take its course and respecting the judicial process, which is why we anticipate that the court will test the evidence. However, this silence is going to be broken.
Yeah, so I just want to look at one thing, and that is the most important thing.
Yeah.
She is saying that Kelly was never called to actually identify
the 5 suspects.
The 5 suspects. And then there's a question that comes in there, in a sense that, out of the 5, do we have someone that Kelly knows in a sense of being an intruder? Can he point that person? Is that person there on these 5 people? And this is where you don't want a lawyer that would actually talk to media, because now, under these circumstances, I don't think talking to the media is actually helping the situation, because people are waiting for you to open this case. And by actually you saying that, now you are opening a gate of Kelly Khumalo being called and then needing to point someone. And then whatever happened there, let's say they point someone. Now there's going to be an issue with that. Let's say they don't point someone. Now that's what the defense lawyer wants. So, what is the song that is written by Zandile?
You want us to go straight there? The juicy song. Oh my God, guys. Zandile Khumalo today released a single on her social media. This was 3 hours after Kelly Khumalo started trending on the Twitter timeline, and people were just like going crazy about what Advocate Defoe alleged. And the lyrics are as follows to that single. Senghambe ibanga elide. Angisaphindeli emuva mina ngizondwa abantu abaningi kaningi.
So basically I've walked a long way, I'm not going back. And many people hate me.
Ngakini namabhungu angakini angithwesa inganono.
What is it? Amabhunu?
Amabhungu.
Angithwesa inganono. I don't know. Amabhungu it's animals. Amabhungane could be associated with maybe people of the news and all that. And inganono, we all know it's a gun. So what what the song says in a direct translation, I've just said it now. Now, obviously, we know these artists, when they write things, they've got hidden messages.
It's cryptic message.
Yes, yes. But I really don't think, and I would say this on good faith, I don't think, I think everyone fell for this. I think everyone, including people who are sitting here on these comments, they fell for this.
Okay, why?
Let me start you. Now I'm here where I said remind me, right?
Yeah.
Do you need to say anything or?
Let me finish the lyrics. Can you finish translating the lyrics for us? Mina ngithi isikhathi sokushaya ikhwela sifikile. Nithini nina? Alukho usuku olungafiki phela. Alikhale. Heart emoji.
Ayikhale.
Alikhale.
Alikhale ikhwela. Okay. So basically what she's saying, it's time to blow the whistle, I don't know.
It is a whistle.
Yeah. So
she's a whistle blowing.
The time
Allegedly.
The time has arrived, or the time has it presented itself.
Yeah.
Okay. Let us blow it.
Okay.
That's what you think. Okay, this sounds really, 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 really closer to what Defo was kind of saying, and the witness, and everyone's gonna say, yeah, this is the witness. Okay, let us look at this thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a theory to you, and I want you to tell me how you look at it.
Okay.
What if I say to you, as a lawyer, you are allowed to bluff? What if there's no eyewitness? What if Defo was just
then
bluffing?
Why is everybody frantic and dancing? Like, what is going on? We are getting confused.
That's what I'm trying to say. When Defo came in,
yes,
he poked everything and he used everything he was taught by the same system, and he poked it open.
Remember, as a cop, they like question.
Yeah, they can call you a bluff. Now, what if this was a bluff? And one, let me show you why I think this is a bluff.
Okay.
This has touched the lawyer of Kelly Khumalo.
Yes.
And as a professional lawyer, she went on media moving around.
2 interviews in a span of 12 hours.
Moving around like a headless chicken.
Hey, Batu.
Now, not only that, it has actually made Kelly Khumalo's lawyer to make maybe a small mistake. Which is to say that Kelly needs to be called to identify these people. Remember, she's the one who was throwing and
yes,
doing
and
everything.
She still says her client wants her day in court.
Yeah. Now, that I can say it as your lawyer to make it sound like you are free. But maybe also that's one way of calling a bluff. So this calling a bluff, if I was to call a bluff like that and say, there's someone who's to come and testify. Now look at what it would do. One, it would make anyone out of the state's witnesses who are still to come to tell the truth, involuntarily or voluntarily.
Musia is crumbling.
What they are doing to Musia.
As soon as he heard that things
what
changed.
They are doing to Musia, and even putting that question to Musia, what if there was someone who was to come here and say that as an eyewitness, I saw Kelly Khumalo doing 1, 2, 3. Now, that put Musia, that is not a question that you needed to ask Musia. Because Musia is just a forensic person who was not there at the scene. It's not like he's testifying for the scene. But we are putting it out there to create confusion and sort of fear, in a sense, of anyone who's going to come and testify to tell the truth. The song is just a coincidence.
A coincidence.
Look.
How convenient. How long ago would she have written this song and just put it and waited for this time to release? Hey, guys, I don't know.
Look at what this thing is doing, actually.
Yeah.
The statement that was made, allegedly,
yes,
has a potential of making the eyewitnesses fight each other and even make a mistake and show something, maybe that if there is something that they might be hiding, and start talking about it.
People started digging up that statement that Zandi made many years ago when
Maybe
they had
read
an
that
altercation.
statement. Maybe read that statement according to what you got.
It is with great sadness and it is with a very heavy heart that I announce my divorce. If I was divorcing from my husband, maybe it would have been a little bit easier and lighter because I have only known him for a few years. Even though it feels like forever, but I'm separating from a person that I have known for all my life. And I have shared laughs, pain, excitement, and disappointments with all of my life with my sister. I want to officially put it on the record that the statement that my sister Kelly Khumalo made about me and my husband on social media and to some media peoples is rather haphazard, premature, and unnecessary. To say the least, we spoke about the issue and put it to her that the promoter didn't stick to his word, so he had no right to take it to a public platform without getting facts. I know that the fight is not even about a gig she was supposedly booked for, but the fight is with me and my husband because we both refused that I become a part of her upcoming reality TV show without being compensated accordingly. Me and my husband, who is my manager, have worked very hard to remove me from her shadow. So we are now being prepared to take 10 steps backwards and have me be her lecky on a TV show just to please her. It hurts that she saw fit to go on social media and talk about me and my husband, the same people that she saw fit. Okay, the same people that her and my family call when my kids have not eaten. The same man that had never had a problem with me sending them money when there's a problem. My sister lives for social media, and she's the kind of person that likes to pretend as if she's got it all together when she actually isn't. And she hasn't been for a while now, and we're always there to help. This hurts because personally, I have been to hell and back with her. NgesiZulu sithi kudala ngiwa ngivuka naye. The first and the last time I went to jail, it was because of her. The first time I was questioned by the police and even put on a lie detector test, it was because of her. The first time I saw drugs with my own eyes, it was from her. Today I'm known as an accessory to murder, and it's because of her. I have endured so much abuse and nonsense from her, but I kept quiet because that is the type of person I am. She was more than happy to have me as her dancer forever, even though she knew I was talented because it served her ego. She had not intentions of helping me start my music career, and when my husband removed me from under her shadow, she was bitter. At some point, she accused me of stealing her song that I didn't even write. I'm not going to allow her to attack my house or my brand that I have both worked so hard for because of her issues. With all that said, I have taken a decision that yes, I love her dearly, but I'm going to love her from a distance. For now, because she's toxic as a person, and her friends and my mother can attest to that. But she is my sister, and awukho mgcomo wokulahla umuntu. This is not to bash my sister, and it is neither malicious like the post to protect what's mine, because I started telling you about other issues, your jaws will drop. I just wish that one day she will accept that she needs help and actually get help because I love her. Enough about that now. Back to making great music. Then, that's it.
Well, blood is thicker than water. This is a statement of someone who's really hurt by a brother or a sister, but it does not warrant that person to actually act against the family member. Remember, not unless there is something that they found, and then you obviously would save yourself. Then it becomes about you and only you. So I still don't think that it is Zandi, because that definitely would put Zandi in a very awkward situation now, because we know that this is a very sensitive case. Therefore to say it this early while there is about maybe, I don't know how many people are still to come. Many people are still to come. And one person has taken how many days already?
2, 3.
Three or so, yes. Now,
Is it 3 days,
I
guys?
don't think that is the person. Think again. Think again. I don't really think this is a person.
And considering that there were reports, Mosi, is it before the Netflix documentary that they had made peace? There were reports going around saying that Zandi reached out to her sister. And then there were also pictures that were posted on some sites of Zandi actually seen with Kelly's kids. So I was surprised. I was like, yeah?
No, I still say I really I would not bet on saying that was the case. Maybe that is. I wouldn't be surprised though if it happens, and that is if I think they have something on her. Then she would go as further as protecting herself. And remember, you forget about family once it's you or them.
Well, Mzansi has really caused Tobani Titi to be upset. He is representing allegedly the 4 accused, if I'm not mistaken. He's saying that
Who's representing for?
Tobani Titi, the other attorney who was speaking about how Mzansi is acting unprofessional
Let's say it is just representing the defendants, because I don't know who isn't. Therefore, is on also.
He's also representing,
Yeah.
so he's part of the defense team, you guys. So he's saying he's going to report Mzansi to the LLPC, which is the Legal Professionals Council, for how she's been behaving, and he's saying that she's potentially intimidating upcoming witnesses. While Mzansi, on the other hand, says that she feels intimidated together with her client by the defense team.
She's right in saying that. She should feel intimidated. So and remember, Mosia is just a beginning. Mosia gave evidence. I would assume this is the procedure, and that's what I heard. Gave evidence to senior in forensic in that department. Those are the people that come with the result and say say, go arrest. Now the question is that they are still going to face is, on what ground did you say to the police, go arrest? Was it because of fingerprints? Was it because of the evidence or anything? Or there's an eyewitness? Because forensic ought to have came with the result and say, yeah, after Musia collected, because Musia's job was to collect correctly.
Yes.
And that's what is questioned for.
Yeah.
Now, there must be someone who said, we have tested 1, 2, 3 that Musia collected. And that needs to, so and so needs to be arrested.
For me, Musia Untusile, guys, when he showed up with no file or even a pointer,
No, but
it's like he wasn't prepared. And then he was asked about the disc.
That is not a problem. It's okay. Even if he
Okay.
was asked about it, it's okay. But you think Msia has really had tough time? No. The people that are going to have more tough time are people who said, we have tested 1, 2, 3. You need to go and arrest so and so.
Who could that be?
No, don't worry. They should be. I think they should be on the list of people that need to be questioned. They are going to be there. You're probably going to see them. And that is where the gist of the problem is going to come in now. So now this is an issue of how you collected your data. Did you do the right things when you're doing that? Do you think 1, 2, 3 happened? No, yes. Yes, it happened. Do you think you were in charge of the scene? Yes. So that now, after that, they are going to say, yeah, now you collected this. Now, Who tested 1, 2, 3? Where are those results? Did you test the swipe? Wet or dry, I don't know. But did you test the swipe, or is it blood, or is it a gun? What is it that prompted you
Pointed
to
the
say
5.
go and arrest so and so? Now that's where hell.
Yeah, he
is
was
going to
also
break.
crying about 1010 films, or complaining about 1010 films, and he's saying he's also gonna lodge a complaint or a case. He's gonna open a case against them because he also feels like they are intimidating the witnesses.
Well, that is, I think, for me on the case today, that will be it. I don't have much to say. We still have a long way to go, guys.
Okay. What's going on with the comments? Let's take a
Let's take
breather
the comments.
and see what is going on at the comment section.
Right. You ended with, is it size 64?
Okay.
You cannot bluff in a... you can. Believe in you, me. You can.
Okay.
There are words that are used. He did not say, because the evidence is not in yet, the person to testify. You can do a bluff a bit.
You can.
Yes.
You
Yes.
You can.
It's your line of questioning. You are not. Pella, remember, therefore is not testifying. Therefore
No,
is
it's
trying to
not.
find the truth, to get to the truth.
To the
you
bottom.
remove everything in front of you to get to the bottom of your story. This is not someone testifying. They didn't say help, so help me
Yo,
God.
guys, if you don't believe that lawyers can pull a bluff, hey, in court they are sure, but yo, guys.
No. Not only I have like a bunch of friends who are doing law, criminal law.
Yeah. Lawyers.
Like you can pull a bluff if it's gonna get into where you want to go.
You'll find yourself sweating, and in that stand, guys, it's not easy. You'll find yourself sweating, and you believe that this bluff is actually what it is. Can't they know? They're just trying to make you tell the truth. Muzizi Khali akaboshwe umbulali. Simple. Senzo was stolen from us, and it's clearly a cover-up went wrong. Advocate D4 is pressing the correct buttons. The fact that this case has a duplicate case that has a different version. Tobile Mkize, hi family ngithanda nyan. Thank you Tobile. Mpume Mingi sanbone khaya. Nolufefect azi, I only took evidence that was shown to me by Brigadier Dlof. And again, left the scene to Brigadier Dlof. Yet calling himself an expert for the job, like njani guys, such carelessness, yazini. Lungisile Mpisane, hi guys. Halala zondi kanti yini expect asikale lapho. And even when he left, only took 8 pictures. He don't know what happened after he left the house. Lungisile Mpisane says, I was wondering also, Guti, at what point did Musia realize that this was a case of public interest, as he said that motivated his decision to request for help?
It should be at a point when you are called, in a sense, that Senzo Meyiwa is a public figure.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think maybe I'm not saying that's what he was thinking. I'm just saying on my side.
In your own opinion.
Yes.
Okay. So Thuthukile Ntuli kanti umzimba kaSenzo wawulele kuphi ngoba igazi yilona okwakumele alibone kuqala. I have the same question. Qaleka Mkhwanqana, Musaimen, you expect njani engazi noma liyaphuma or liyashona? Hayibo guys, ubaba kabani Musai.
Musia.
It's Musia. I'm getting confused.
Right.
You'll find that Ndlovu took some pictures before he can come, or where was the blood from? Maybe someone was having a period. Mbume, Tutukile Ntuli, English came by the ship. Halala Zondi said, Na ningangizwa gabi, but there are people who are going their all to this case. It should have been solved a long time ago. I think there are powerful people who are sabotaging some evidence. Tando Queen shot by mistake Njani. What about the 3 intruders mentioned at first? Singa Benkosi Qulu. Hi guys, hi. Halala Zondi, kubhlungu ngoba abantu aba innocent are suffering bakithi. Yes. Temba Shabangu, what is Musia's highest standard? Bandla, Sizan, Islung.
14, isn't it around 14 years of work experience in that department of law enforcement?
Spiwe Gamdani. Hi, Kelly should just go and be a Pirates goalkeeper in the meantime before she's arrested. Hi, guys. Mbume silence will be broke up how? Singa Benkosi uti even Musia, something is hiding, the way he responded to questions. And then Halala Zondi says, prejudice publicly njani. This lawyer is playing victim. Koleka says, Noma ngabe kwenzagani. Kule case, as a country, at least we got a clue of what was happening in that spaza house. Alfred Maseko, truth is slowly creeping in closer. We shall know the truthfulness. Charles Blessing Bede, Amabungu is a man's not ama.
Oh no. That I didn't hear the
okay, it's
the
my
song.
fault.
It's Emily's fault. So
my reading,
Bungu,
I'm not
Amabungane, it's something else. Amabungu, those are young boys who are growing to be men. So Amabungu gelao.
Okay.
Not say abafana abangakafiki. Yes, that's true. Abafana abangakafiki emsizweni.
Okay. He was not gonna mention Kelly's name if there was no eyewitness. He knows very well that Kelly will sue him. Bongimbata, finally the truth is about to come out. Halala Zondi uthi ngiphume kancane kwi-topic Mr. Anonymous. Yazi abazali balahla umthetho. Senzo was not umkhwenyana. Umama unomthetho ukuvuma kanjani.
Okay.
Yeah,
that we have addressed that on the these are the things that can go wrong if uthatha umbuzo obiza ngokuthi umuzo wendoda, and then look now, it's
a mess.
It's a crime scene.
You cannot bluff in a courtroom. Once you open the door to there being an eyewitness as a defense, it can be called to task. The 64th. Okay, hi, sis 64th.
I've dealt with that.
Halala Zondi, lama lyrics ka Zandi guys. Umuntu ojabulela justice shade honey. Okay, so it looks like I'm quite far. Let's continue. Askulume, next topic.
Yeah, guys, the next topic just before we leave you.
Yeah.
So they are saying it's $40,000.
Yeah.
For your tour.
Oh, I heard some are saying that this is false, but
so
anybody who's from Zimbabwe, please confirm for us. Is this story true?
People are gonna cut their for nothing.
Yes, people are cutting their tours, saying that they are selling them for $40,000.
Why would
this is difficult. Okay, I found some background to this. There's a video posted on social media platform Twitter showing a man limping with wool covering a part of his toe. He was bragging about using the money he got from selling the toe to purchase a Toyota vehicle. It was gathered that depending on the toe sold, an individual earns between $20,000 to $40,000, making it the easiest means of generating money for many Zimbabweans who don't have a job due to the government's inability to create one.
Be kidding. Guys, please press that like button. I want that 183 there. and also those who are not subscribed, please subscribe. You have already seen that we are giving you the best we can. The quality is there, everything is there. Come on,
Please
man.
like the video, guys.
I really don't
I'm
think
begging you.
I really don't think that this is the truth.
Yeah.
You can do it at your own risk, but
Yeah, but hey, cutting
come
at
on,
all,
guys.
come on.
Cutting at all. Just come on, man. That is not
Chop
true.
it off. But there are rituals that are being done with those toes.
Look, even if you get that man, someone does rituals to take everything from you. It's still the same, most. That car, even if let's say it was true, that whatever that you bought with that man is gonna disappear, most, eventually.
Yo, guys, would you do that for $40,000? I know it's a lot. Coming to South African rand, can you imagine in Zim dollars? But still, yo, hi. I mean, I need my toes. I need every part of my body.
Just to Londe Gambela, I also don't think Uzandi, and if we are ngeke kube nesidingo because of history yakhe no Kelly's lawyer engasho ukuthi uyambheca because ababoni ngasolinye. Well, futhi ngiyasaba nje ngathi if ikhona le witness ngathi izosishintshela nje. Anything can happen. Moyo Kelly must be punished. Londeka amabhungu, yeah, we think we have explained this. Latita okwangempela uvume njani umzali ukuzohlala. Okay, this is like repetitive, I think. But it is what it is these days. We just do what we have to do. How these Mtungwa ladies and their timing of releasing good songs. Senzo died and soon Kelly released Asin, which translated into I Didn't Kill a Man. Now Zandi after court proceeding has a single. Yes, and Nangu omunye unthokoza Singube uthi uyasithuka ke insizwa le angazi noma insizwa noma yini thokoza Singube. Insizwa nomntombazane.
Hey, I don't know. He's probably Kelly Khumalo's fan.
No, man. No, that's a thing. You're not addressing this. I think he needs us to address him. Let us give him fame. Umthokozi Sincube. Angazi ukuthi uhlobo lo muntu. Mhlambi umuntu wesimame noma umuntu angazi noma but ke angicabanga ukuthi kunensizwe ekhuluma kanje. No, akusiyinsizwa le. I'm sure umuntu wesimame. But ke in any case we understand. Kuyenzeka ukuthi kufike lezi khathi zokuthi abantu bebe kanje.
Now let me continue giving the people that are showing us love attention, okay? Leave the haters. Kubhlungu ngoba abantu aba innocent are suffering bagithi and then halala zondi.
Look, I think the issue here, Emily, we are not attacking anyone or any country. Remember, here we are mixed here in this group of channels.
Yeah.
We are just bringing what is on the news.
The news. We are making commentary.
We are making
on
commentary, and we have said that we.
If it's not true, tell us.
Listen. I've said I do not believe this is true. And that's it. So if you feel it gives you. Oh, the other issue, Emil, I think there's someone who said that I said something about Sotho people.
Oh, when we were reviewing Umdeni. Okay.
Again, I think we bash everyone here when we get a chance, right?
Yeah, but we are not that awful. I mean,
yeah, when you are doing something that is not right,
we will tell you.
We bash you.
We will let you know that you're out of order. And in Umdeni, Kim's grandma was just advising advice that was out of order, guys. Nani nimzwile.
Yeah, nangu nosipho uthi I don't think there is an eyewitness. This lawyer is using reverse psychology on Kelly because if he points a finger on her, that might put her under pressure to tell the truth. Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. And as an expert of a lawyer, I would expect you not to really react on that. I would expect you
Yeah,
to keep.
Nami, I wasn't expecting her Yazi to show up on the media like that. I was expecting her to gather what she can behind the scenes, you know what I mean? And then come back when the time comes for her client to be a witness, prepared. I wasn't expecting her to be going on the media. Yo, my way, I became nervous when I saw her doing many interviews.
Yeah,
And another person,
on that issue, Emil.
yeah.
Let's not give more because we might be giving.
I don't know if you are comfortable talking about that MEC. She was on the documentary, the very first episode.
Yeah, well, there is nothing much to say about that MEC, but it was sort of alleged that the discussion that took place, it included her.
But she was debunking all of those allegations today. There's an interview she did with SABC.
Well, I haven't seen it.
She did it later on in the afternoon. It's there on SABC, Lokozan.
Maybe we'll look at it and then we'll have a talk about it. But
next time.
But on that being said, guys, on a serious note, me and Sutus, we are cool. Emily, you are
very
Sutu.
Cool, you guys. He even listens to the music. Kimosoto and I don't listen to that music, but Mr. Anonymous does. That should tell you something. He is cool with Sutu. Some of his friends are Sutu, so relax.
and actually, just to clear the air, I think I have 9 provinces friends.
Yes.
I have politically, I have Xhosa friends.
Yeah.
You get culturally, or I also obviously my tribe, and then I have.
Guys, is that deep? He even listens to the
I
music.
have a vendor. I have a vendor friend, and then I have a Sotho friend.
Yeah.
A Bedi friend. Yeah, I think I have almost everyone. Oh, and I have actually friends that are Zimbabweans, like guys who are helping me most of the time with the things that I do in my house. It's mostly Zimbabwe and people from Maputo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we are good. The only friends I don't have, I think, is from these other big countries like Nigeria. Not that I don't have them. I think we have never crossed paths with them. I think I have played with them. There was this guy who was doing postgrad. We used to call him Osman. It was a chilled guy, very educated guy. So when we say things here, it is not to fight a tribe per se. We are fighting a bad thing that is said, and we will call it. And if it belongs to Zulus, we will say Zulus are doing that.
Yes, you were there, guys. Some of you when we called out your fave.
We called Lakongo. Nobody.
You know, nobody.
They were supporters of Lakongo.
They were very angry. Also, Tobile,
so
and
guys,
they are Zulu.
I'm not
Come
gonna
on,
stop
guys.
calling people out. I think I'm that kind of a person who likes the truth. Even now, I was watching JJ Tabane Emil on Meg G's podcast. I know JJ Tabane is standing for the truth, as he would mention it. But for me, I don't think JJ Tabane is 100% truthful.
Why?
When it comes to the RET guys, he bashes them like nobody else. And then the other faction, no.
The current
one. When he was asked about some of the things that are currently happening, he was just making jokes.
Yeah, he didn't quite
give
answers
that strong feeling of saying, no, I condemn 1, 2, 3. They asked him about the sealed unsealing of documents. He was like, I asked him. He was like, I don't know what is inside there. It's a joke. I mean, but if they asked him about the state capture, Yo, you can see the face, they're changing. Yeah, they should go to jail, in fact. And then you tell people you're telling the truth.
For me, what was shocking is that he still said that the I don't know if I can say the word.
No, don't if you feel
It's still happening even now, but he can't hold current leaders accountable.
Yes.
The only one he was able to talk about was the flag.
Yeah, they always look to blame it back, but they don't blame the current situation.
He's saying it's not his fault.
Man.
And what's worse is that he also says he needs to try again.
No, there are people, when you see them in certain platforms, no matter how free they say they are, I find it hard to believe that they are free.
Why?
Because certain platform, we know that some of them, they really are managed in a certain way.
Okay.
So if someone says, no, I'm free, are you really free? If you are free, show us.
Yeah.
Say this. Say 1, 2, 3. Let's see if really you are free.
Go above and beyond like you did.
Yeah.
With the other ones.
You know what I miss about the previous office?
Yeah.
It's freedom of speech.
Yeah, you could say anything.
Look at how we are speaking now. Yeah.
We are afraid, yo.
Jesus.
I don't even want to touch
like even
that
now
area.
we are done. Nothing else to say. Let's just pause here. We're done. You can say more. You can say more. You just have to.
Can we read the last bit of the comments? I love our people. I just want to hear what they're saying. Okay, I'm gonna start with Bongimbatwa. Aboshwe abantu.
Bongimbatwa is red, isn't it?
No, it's pink. Great work, guys. Keep it up. Zuma One Ministries. Thank you. Zoliswa Gobongo. For me, this case is just Ingwichikwebu.
Ingwichikwebu is something ambiguous.
Do want Meyiwa to get justice, but on the other hand, would Kelly and the father of her child and live with that? Okay, that's a question. I don't know Zoli, so I don't know.
What was the question?
Would, on the other hand, would Kelly and the father of her child and live with that?
Come on. You need to answer that. It is happening, not through Kelly per se. On a daily basis, people are cashing on insurances and all that. Why should we rule out that and say no? It's anything can happen. I can also have a wife and do something and cash out.
Mpume Mingi, there's nothing wrong eniyenzayo. Kuyakhulunga nje to find out if it is true or izinto zisuke zikhulunywe. That is all. Yes, commentary is very important, you guys, because if we don't talk, kuyawonakala. That's why we even encourage you guys to call us and share your thoughts. It's important.
We don't want to sound like a Bible truth. We are the only one who say you might see things that we don't see.
Yes.
So call in, say your 2 cents. And we are international. So anyone can call.
Yes.
That's why we're even when we go live, we normally use English. It's not our mother's tongue, but we are here trying to bite our tongues.
Yazin, Railuma, we are trying to get you guys to come and contribute as well. Share your thoughts. This is not a one-man show. We never wanted it to be that way. So come, tell us what you think. Another thing, Zandile was there. Can't she just clarify things on what happened? Like, really, there were people with them. It wasn't only Kelly and Senzo in that house. There's Zoliswa, Gobongo. And then Fagazile Jwaha. Kelly. Mr. Anonymous, help me out. It's the last.
Fagazile Jwara.
Yeah,
right?
Help me out.
Kelly ngenzeka ukuthi wayephethwe isikhwele engaka funi uMeyiwa epathini kukhona unkosikazi kaMeyiwa yena engazoya lapho khumbula abangani bakaMeyiwa bathi kuMeyiwa angafiki no curly. That's a theory.
Yeah, that's a theory.
Senzo's brother says he talks about the incident when he gets drunk. This witness is obviously protected because I thought of that person. I won't say. I also thought of that person. I kind of know what you're talking about. Towards Mncube, how does it happen that all the people who were in the house where the scene occurred are never seen in court? It's a good question. Yeah,
hopefully they'll be seen maybe after the 5 suspect case.
Messiah.
Hey.
Sergeant Musia
Guys,
already
it's
scored.
difficult.
Sergeant Musia already scored an own goal.
Hey,
Yeah.
bekushubile umesiya Nkosi yami
Guys,
ngaze
I
ngamdabukela.
don't want to be on that stand in my life. Like, honestly.
Nami.
No.
That little cubicle
No.
ngiyashisa laphayana
I
because
don't want to be on that stand
I've
in my
seen
life.
grown women cry.
No.
Cry tears.
You are asked one question 10 times.
Fakazile futhi. Okugcina. Then I think we should.
Ukuthi kwaba isikhwele kulongwe kachiko twala ebona abangani bakaMeyiwa. Maybe he thinking ukuthi usister kaKheli uZandi jolling with the one of Meyiwa's friend. Maybe dispute started.
That's also another theory.
Another theory. There are many theories in the house. There are many theories in the house, and that's true. Guys, smash that like button, and then that is it from us, guys.
Yeah,
I
that is
need to look at my books a bit. On my side, guys, we'll see each other on Friday. Obviously, this Friday chillers where we cool down after work, guys. We need to cool down and chill with our drinks.
Hopefully we'll have lighter topics tomorrow.
Yeah,
This
this case
is stressing me. Guys, it's
watch that former MEC SABC interview. Arrogant but guilty is all over her face. She even said forensic officials spent 2 hours at the hospital. Wow. Why do you run your
for
mouth?
interviews. Stop it.
Why? Who said media is cleaning? Media only cleans if they want to clean. They don't clean everything. Why do you run your mouth? Just keep quiet. Wait for people
And
to
you
come
know
to
what the weird thing is?
quiet.
She's no longer the MEC. She's no longer the MEC.
There's less protection. Just keep quiet. Just keep quiet. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. You know, I'm not in the case, but I can think easily in my mind that I think therefore was just poking, shaking the tree. And the oranges are falling down. Everyone is making interviews. Since this case started, everyone who has been implicated is sort of making some sort of interview proving that they can get arrested. There's a lot happening. Stop it.
People are
Just
thinking.
relax. Just relax.
Oh my God.
And things will be fine. You know, the enemy of hiding the truth could also be panicking. You're panicking, you are already in a state that you are not. Yeah, you panicking, you are in a state where you cannot correct yourself. You cannot think properly. You are no longer in charge. Panic is in charge of you. Whatever you are saying, you are thinking you are correct, but you might be wrong. And most of them, they just speak willy-nilly. And then you get even lawyers now speaking willy-nilly. Just keep quiet. Chill in your corner there. Eat the chips there by the spaza shop. Greet
Be
people.
nervous in your own
Greet
corner.
people. Work the ground. Forget about this case.
Okay, Mthokozisi uyabuza, what time please? I'm in Europe tomorrow. And Kolega is laughing. Hey, Kolega.
Okay, so you better go died.
Yeah, but in Europe, 9. What time?
It's 9 in South Africa. In Europe,
I
is
have
it 2
no
hours
idea.
behind?
Let me try and check with Google.
Fakazile Jwara, maybe umona webhola Meyiwa enemies due to Meyiwa playing. Okay, let's make an example. Let me just help you there. Number one goalkeeper. Before, I would say in my time, at the time when Senzo was high, it was Senzo. So number one goalkeeper was competing with Senzo Meyiwa was Kune, and guess what? They were friends for long. Friends for long since they were young. So they know each other. And believe you me, I don't think anyone would be jealous of Senzo Meyiwa in football. That guy was, he was one of those people who really had to wait for his time as a goalkeeper.
Yeah, he did.
Most players who were there at the time, if I may remember very well, they were all doing well. The team
Even
was in
Kune,
good,
guys.
the team was in good shape. Kuno was in good shape. It was even difficult to decide who's number one. Well, Senzo took over when he was about to leave us. But it was Kune all the way. So who else? No way, no. Wow. Soccer players, they can do a lot of things. They can do their medicine and medical stuff there. But no, to take your life, no. They wouldn't do that.
So you're saying it's not?
No.
It's not a possibility.
No way.
Okay, time zones are different in Europe, okay? But estimation here is about 10:30 from Madrid to Budapest, and from Bucharest to Moscow is 11:30.
Okay, so
GM,
it depends
GMT
on where you
plus
are.
2.
Depends on where you
It
are.
depends on where you are in Europe.
So Fakazile, maybe okay. Fakazile sengiphinde wesibili. Hey, ngqabela. Panic is trouble. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
If you want to lie, you need to be calm. If you want to tell the truth, you also need to be calm. Can't wait for tell you, son. Hey, these people.
My son.
Makosini Jr., the case is bigger than we think. I
Yeah,
also
definitely.
think so. Neo, I got here late. I'm going to watch from the beginning. Peace, everyone.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Neo. Thank you.
Why don't Ndugu? In which world Brigadier had overseen to a constable on the ground? It's constable to sergeant to warrant to captain. Yo, this makes masala. Bumi, Mingi, I feel for Kelly. You feel for Kelly.
Yeah,
I
she
also
does.
feel for
A
Kelly.
lot of women do, hey?
I also feel for her. I think sometimes if something like this happen, it sort of helps to remove your personality. If you are that person who comes up as an arrogant person, it that is not gonna help you.
People will think you can take.
Yeah. So they will keep on punching until they feel the soft spot. So if you feel, something has happened, something of this nature, and considering what actually has been said by Senzo Meyiwa's family, in the sense that they didn't come to sympathize with them when that thing happened. That is another thing that is actually making this matter worse.
Yeah.
They are in trouble right now. They are not living their best life. They are living through people supporting them. As a person who kind of was there when all this happened, and you took away the only breadwinner, they took away the only breadwinner at home. So
Sympathy
you
towards
have a child with Usenzo. You are like a family now.
Yeah.
Go there and say, hey, ma angnaku, me angabena. You understand?
And apologize sincerely.
Even
You are
if-
not the
even
one who
if you
did it,
didn't
but
do it,
show that
apologize.
remorse, you know?
You go with someone, we are humble story, get stepped. You come back, you stay with that family until they feel fine. Yabo. Because once someone is stepped, even on the day, once someone is stepped and you disappear, they're gonna say you're the one. Even if it's not you, they are tempted to say that because The only person who took this person from this home to that place, it was you. So I think that's what
Is missing from Kelly.
from Kelly's mother, from Kelly. Lo mama uhlezi akhala, and maybe part of the reason why I says akhala, I told you closure because they didn't come. People who were there, they didn't come and say and sympathize with her.
She also has a granddaughter. I mean, you'd wanna try at least, you know.
She's even conflicted because she has to love ingane ka Senzo. But probably the ingane ayifike ekhaya.
It's difficult.
So you are fighting.
It's tricky.
If there's a battle that you are fighting, and the words that were said there, the words that were said in a sense that akaze bangimukele and stuff like that. So when you were refusing with izinto zikamufi, those are the things that made it difficult.
That
Umuntu omdala lo ubaba kaSenzo eventually passed away.
It's a tricky one because even the recent interviews that she's done, guys, you heard her. Oh, I cancel the noise. I can't, and I'm like, why are you speaking like this? It makes you look like a person who doesn't have a heart and emotions. You know, sometimes it's okay to be soft and vulnerable, especially as a woman. That's your strength sometimes. When you try to be a stone and be like you don't have any emotions, that is like that's why people keep dragging her into this, because they think she can take it, you know, and
Exactly.
It's so sad.
Exactly.
It's so sad.
So that's what I'm saying, guys. Until Friday, tomorrow. Bye.